take into confidence the fact that we take these matters very seriously, and I think there's still more that is still going to come out of this.
Talking about more, Brigadier, many people want to know why politically exposed persons, politicians, people close to the top echelons of government, Dudu Myeni, Minister Nombula Mokonyane, Gwede Mantashe and the like, haven't been charged. What's your response?
Look, the investigations are still going to go on. If there is any chance of any person being fingered, we are not afraid to take action against them. So let's give this opportunity. Let's give the investigation an opportunity, and then once everything is done, we'll then make an announcement as we are doing today.
Thank you, Brigadier. My last question for you is simply why Gavin Watson was not in front of the Commercial Crimes Court today.
Well, he's not part of the accused, so that's how. No, well, it's based on what we have now, and I think that's what I'm saying. Let's give the investigation a chance. Then we'll be able to know whether he can be added on.
Have you seen the video of him holding wads of cash?
No. Look, we have seen those things. But let's not drag this issue as something that we won't be able to do. We'll deal with those things.
Thank you, Brigadier. Thank you for your time.
And then just from me, aren't you afraid that because you arrested these people who testified in the Zondo Commission, that it might jeopardize the Commission by other people not coming forward, being afraid that they're going to be arrested?
Not at all. We're still encouraging people to go forward.
But they know they're going to be arrested.
How can they be arrested? How can you be arrested if no? The issue is that we want this commission to go forward. This investigation has been ongoing for a very long time. It was supposed to, because it was going to happen at any day. So in terms of other matters, well, we will have to speak to the commission, but at the end of the day, we still encourage people, those whistleblowers that have information, we encourage them to go forward, and let's clean the system. That's what we want. We want to clean the system to make sure that this country must not be seen as corrupt. And that is why we're saying that anyone who's got any information, they are more than welcome to go to the MPA. They are more than welcome to come to us, anybody or any law enforcement agency, so that we can be able to deal with these matters.
Brigadier, 20,000 rand. I think a lot of South Africans think the accused actually slipped away. Your comment?
No. The guys have been the accused. They have cooperated with us, and I think they have. That's why we felt that there was no need for us to even oppose bail. You have heard that in court that we've got their passports, and I think it's something that we believe everybody has got a right, to bail. So I don't think it's a problem at all.
Brigadier Carl Cowan from News 24. Brigadier, three questions. Can you confirm that former Commissioner Linda Mtia has been arrested and is being transported up to Gauteng now to be charged? Secondly, can you confirm that this is the same case from 2010 that has been dragging on for all these years? And thirdly, I think it's important that we understand why now? Why today? What was the motivation behind making these arrests today, not last week or the week before?
We have never made any statement about anybody. We only issued a statement naming the number of people that have been arrested. So, Mr. Lindamti, I don't know where it's coming from. If there's anyone who's going to be arrested, we will make that public. We're not afraid to do that. So we don't want to incriminate ourselves, in terms of any or in this investigation. Secondly, why now? Well, it's based on investigations. We made it public last year in December, if not November, to say that the investigation has been completed.
Of the 8 years?
But there are cases that can take up to 15 years. It doesn't matter. There's no time frame in any investigation, and that's why I'm saying we had to give an NPA a chance to go through the charge sheet, and that's why we are here. And I think we should all be happy that at least something is being done, and. It does not necessarily mean that this is the end of it. Like you said, you're asking us here now, because there are other people that are being mentioned. Those are the things that we still have to look at. So that is still ongoing. And I think my colleague from the MPA can also add on some of the matters that we are raising as well.
Brigadier, just one more thing before we close off with you, and thank you for your time. This is important for South Africans around the country. Are you saying Linda Mtia is not being arrested in relation to these two dockets?
I never said, we never mentioned any name. That's why I want to keep it that way. Until such time when we make an arrest, we will be able to make it public. For now, we don't want to incriminate ourselves.
It was said in court.
Well, I don't want to get into those things. Maybe the NPA can also add to that.
The law is very clear. A person cannot be named before they are officially charged and make an appearance before court. So hence we cannot name accused number one at this stage. And in relation to the amount of bail, it is of utmost importance for the public to understand that bail cannot be used as a punitive measure. Rather, what happens is that the state does its investigations, and where the state is convinced that there are grounds, remember that there are grounds that we need to meet as a state. Those grounds are stated in Section 60, subsection 4 of the Criminal Procedure Act. Grounds A to E, for example, is a person a flight risk? If we believe that a person is not a flight risk, they are not going to tamper with any investigation or interfere with state witnesses. If we are convinced that their release on bail would not undermine public order, then we have no reasons to really oppose bail. So bail is just set to ensure the appearance of a person in court, but it is not to be used as a punitive measure. So where we don't have grounds to oppose bail as the state, we won't be doing so.
In short, can you just maybe give us the conditions?
The only condition at this stage is that they hand over their traveling documents to the state, which will simply imply that whenever they need to use such traveling documents, they must do it in writing, inform the investigating officer, and then get permission to use such traveling documents. But immediately after use of such documents, then they must be handed back to the state.
So is it like with Varun Gupta? It's not that Angelo agreed, so he can't go on his fishing trip to Italy, but if he wants to do so, he has to speak to the investigating officer, negotiate, and the authorities will decide.
That is correct. There's no ruling in court that was made that bars them from traveling. So the agreement is that whenever they need to travel, they need to get permission from the investigating officer. They must inform the state in writing and get approval in writing for them to do so. And immediately after they are returned, they must then submit those documents back to the state.
Thank you.
Sorry, Benny, I just want to find out, when was the decision taken to prosecute? When were the charges authorized? And who took it? Was it the DPP in North Gauteng, Advocate Mzinyati? Yeah, who took the decision?
Well, remember that this is a case that is handled by the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court, the Specialized Commercial Crimes Unit, and therefore the head, they obviously need to authorize such charges. But what we can inform you is that the J50 warrant of arrest were issued on Monday for the Hawks to effect the arrests.
This comes in the wake of a new NDPP, and a lot of people are looking to her to see how she's going to manage the National Prosecuting Authority. What's your comment on this very public, very dramatic appearance in court in the light of Advocate Victoria's arrival?
Okay, well, our new National Director of Public Prosecution has made it very clear that where elements of criminality are detected, where there are people who can be held liable, no matter their social standing, no matter whether they are rich or poor, everyone will be treated equally in the eyes of the law, and this is proof thereof.
Finally, from me, from News 24, Penny, what do you have to say to people who are now claiming that this move will actually dissuade Mr. Agritzi van Tonder and Forster from giving further evidence before the State Capture Commission? These are parallel processes, they're difficult to manage at the best of times. But we have the situation where it could be seen that these people are now being hounded into court and, being arrested because people want to stop them from giving that explosive evidence. What is your take on that?
Well, this is a criminal process. Remember that the inquiry seeks to establish facts. So this is a criminal process, and the prosecutors felt that they are ready to take this matter to court, and already the process of the inquiry as well let me say that they have already given their evidence to the inquiry, though they might still be called again for cross-examination and stuff like that. But with the readiness of bringing the matter to court, the prosecutors felt that this is the right timing. They can be brought before court.
When's the next appearance?
The matter is being postponed to the 27th of, both matters have been postponed to the 27th of March.
Thank you both for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you both.
Sure,